The world of Skyrim offers a wide variety of different spells and magic which are all very strong and very reliable to use, except the ones that are the complete opposite. For example, the rune spell. And today, our friend Alfred the Unwise woke up and chose he wanted to beat the entire Skyrim main quest using the only magic he ever learned, the rune spell. The only way this spell can do damage if an enemy walks right over it and it explodes for just a little tiny bit of damage. And just to make it even worse, the game has made it so the spell does not get affected by any potions or perks or upgrades, so it just stays at that little tiny bit of damage it did in the start. Now the rules are pretty straightforward. The only way I can deal direct damage is using my rune spell, which also means I can't use any followers except the ones that are part of a quest. But for example, traps are an exception because that's not me dealing direct damage, so I could potentially use it to kill things. Now I decided to play this challenge on Master difficulty just because Legendary is a little too hard, with the first dragon almost taking a whole hour to kill. But playing on Master difficulty still means that all enemies have way more health and deal way more damage than normal. Now this challenge may seem a little easy to complete, but boy oh boy can I assure you this challenge was hard as fuck. Alfred the Unwise then started his journey to save the entire world, quite unfortunately by almost immediately being in a cart, riding towards his untimely demise after being caught crossing the border. When it was finally Alfred's turn on the chopping block, out of the sky flew a big and powerful dragon and saved the only person in existence capable of defeating him, Alfred the Unwise. What a clever dragon. Ralof, the other prisoner in my cart, then called for me and helped me escape through Helgen and past the dragon all the way into Helgen Keep. But inside of Helgen Keep there were a lot of enemies, and since Alfred the Unwise were so unwise, he hadn't even learned how to attack or defend himself, so Ralof had to deal with every single enemy in there, while I just stood by and looked. When we entered a room where there was a big bear sleeping over by the side, I decided I wanted to take out my dagger and stab Ralof multiple times in the back, just to level up my sneaking because it's very efficient. And after leveling my sneak up to level 62, I decided that was enough for now, and I just put a little band-aid on Ralof and told him it was all going to be okay, and then we just continued on by killing the bear. I know I probably should not have done that since my channel kind of revolves around a bear, but we don't think about that. We then escaped the cave and headed for Riverwood. When we arrived, we spoke to some random woman who said we needed to go to Whiterun, and then the Dawnguard came by and said they wanted to recruit me for some reason. Now, I had never held a weapon in my life, I was just an old man, but hey, that Dawnguard guy thought I was a great warrior and thought I was perfect for killing vampires. I really didn't want to though, so I just kinda refused. I then made it to Whiterun, where I entered the city and made my way to the Jarl's Longhouse, where I met with Jarl Belgroove and his squad, who all had terrible trust issues just because of a rumor they heard about some dragon. And because I am such a poor old man, I decided to go out and steal every single one of Farengar's belongings. to just get barely enough to buy the rune spell book. With my new beautiful spell acquired, I decided to head up to Bleak Barrow to retrieve the Dragonstone. Now on my way up there I ran into a little problem with an ice wolf up on the mountain. So I might be in a little bit of a pickle here. I soft locked myself here, which is a problem because I can't do anything. Please, why do I have to do this game? Please, no, I just. Oh my god, why? Why? Please! Oh Jesus Christ, I can't do anything. When did I last save? Oh no. Oh no. So I decided to take another route behind the mountain from Riverwood, where I had to pass and sneak around some annoying bandits, and then sneaking past some more bandits at Bleak Barrow itself, and then finally entering the dungeon. And because my sneak level was so high, I could just sneak through most of Bleak Barrow without even getting noticed. But when I came to Alfred the Swift, the one with the golden claw, I was struggling a bit getting through the cobweb without the big spider killing me and without hitting Alfred the Swift with my hands or with my file. Then Alfred the Swift decided to fight some Draug and died horrifically, but then I killed those Draug with a trap and shot one through the entire room, which was really funny. And then I made it all the way to the puzzle door, and I found out I had forgotten the golden claw, so I had to go back, grab it, walk all the way to the puzzle door again, do the puzzle once again, and then get ready for the Draug Overlord fight. And of course, this being the first boss fight you encounter in the game, it usually doesn't take that long to complete, but that's not the case for me, because of course I had to use runes to kill it. So I had to sit there for more than 6 minutes, slowly damaging it, while it couldn't even reach me, so there was no fight at all, it was just me running around and waiting for the spell to recharge. So the fight was absolutely awful and I hated almost every minute of it, and I hope that goddamn Draug goes to absolute hell. And after meeting with the local grandmas and grandpas, I headed back to Whiterun to deliver the Dragonstone to Sovngarde, where he told me some news about a dragon attack near Whiterun. And after speaking with Sovngarde, I spoke with someone named Delphine, who I warned about calling herself my friend in her future note, because I'm not even close to being her friend, I don't even know who she is. It was time to prepare for the dragon fight, so I headed to a location known as Hob's Fall Cave, which is located between Dawnstar and Winterhold, where inside I could find a spell book called Unbound Storms, which I can use to get destruction to level 100 almost instantly. The journey to Hob's Fall Cave was tough through wind and snow, where I also met a lot of ice wolves who wanted to kill me, and a Stormcloak courier who apparently thought it was a good time to go skiing. Inside the cave I used my new but petty sneaking skills to try and acquire the book. This one. Yeah, I don't care if they're gonna kill me. I don't care about you, old lady. Sounded like, I don't know if it was. Okay, this skeleton I can probably kill. I mean, I don't know though. Yeah, okay. Nice. That makes me a little happy. I can actually kill something. Which is skeleton, which you normally one-shot, but... Shut up, man. I'm happy now. You know, skeleton. I can take that guy. I don't know if I want to, though. Oh, they see me way too easy. I can't kill these guys. Okay, look at that. Oh, what do I do here? No way I can. No way. Okay, right now, this is just weird. Look at this guy. He's just sitting there. This guy is just standing. He can touch me. How blind can one possibly be? You saw me before. Well, okay, I've got a little more hope now. Thank you, skeleton. Thank you so much. Just being naked is just the way forward, apparently. Even though I snuck around most of them because they were almost all pretty blind, it still ended up quite unfortunately. Why am I not always naked? It clearly seems to work the best. That is a little... Oh, I don't... well... No, please, no. Oh no, I didn't soft like myself, did I? No, I did. No, please. No, you don't see me, please. Please, are you serious? I did all of this? It's time to run. This time I'm just gonna have to see if I can do it with running. I probably can't because they do so much damage. Hello. Okay, I have a chance. Hello, guys. Don't mind me, I'm just running through. Now I can take all of this. I should, but I don't only need this one. This should be fine. Just take this and this. Just, well, I'm here. Shut up. I'm taking things. That's an apprentice chest. You know what? Okay. Time to run. I might be able to do this now I'm thinking about it. Sneaking is overrated. Sneaking is overrated. No, I don't... Okay, it's fine. Okay. The wolf is gonna be... No, the wolves are gonna be out there! Are you serious? You know, now I don't care about you guys. You just die, skeleton. Thank you for being there for me though, before. Lord man. I just beg to God that the goddamn wolf's not here. Please. Please. Please don't be here. I should have taken that before. Please. Please, wolves. Please, wolves. Yes! Oh, thank God. Okay, now I'm gonna do a cool thing that is called breaking the game. Because I like to do that kind of thing. Unbounded storms. Now, this is a cool spell, right? I can't damage with this. It's just here. All I have to do here is actually just use the spell, start it up, go into the map before letting go of my mouse. I travel to the furthest place I can, and when I click yes, exactly when I click yes, I hold my two buttons down, my left and right click, and I should hear a little sound. You hear the sound? That's just the putting spell down. You saw my level going up. I'm ready for like destruction 1 billion. Are you ready? Look at this. Destruction 77. That is so cool. I hate that you can do it though. But at the same time I love it. That is just beautiful. Let's just get like level 1 billion here. Now we can finally use our little runes better. Augmented flames. You see that? This is much better. Now this is gonna 5 times further away. Also beautiful. But that's only 77. You can just do it again like this. And I don't need to go so far. I can just go to Windhold. Click. With the sound of the putting the spell down, you see my level's gone up to leveling up, and I should have almost 100 or 100 at least. Yeah, 98. Now I can just go to 200 health. Why not? And I'm just gonna do it one last time. And look at that. We are back at where we were supposed to kill a dragon, and we are level. What level are we? We are level 21 with 100 destruction. After getting my destruction skill to level 100 and acquiring some perks, which I later found out were completely unnecessary, I was ready to fight the first dragon at level 21. But accidentally, while fighting the dragon, I put a rune down and hit a Khajiit. So now all the Wyvern guards and the Khajiits are also fighting each other, and the Khajiits are trying to kill me and the dragon, so everybody's just creating a goddamn war while fighting the dragon. And after a long time of me just running around and healing because the dragon kept on trying to kill me, and the Wyvern guards running around and hitting the dragon constantly, the dragon was dead. And when I killed the dragon, I absorbed its soul and apparently also took its skin off its bones, and it turns out I was something called Dragonborn. Then all the guards were really impressed by me and really jealous of my powers, so I just kinda started shouting at them, which were kind of funny. And after murdering the dragon, some old people up on a mountain started shouting at me for some reason. And with the dragon slain, I headed to Dawnstar to find a Khajiit caravan. And after the Khajiit caravan arrived, I started beating the shit out of a cat person to earn a lot of free money, which works with me abusing the game by first quicksaving, then hitting the cat, and then going back to my safe, checking her inventory and seeing all the goodies she has, then running to the Dawnstar cave and opening a chest which was hidden in the ground. Then I steal all of her goodies and all of her gold, run back to the cat, quick save, hit her again, and just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I then got some nice destruction robes and a whole bunch of money, so I could buy absolutely everything I wanted, which was very, very nice. And then after stealing all of the Khajiit's money, I decided to go ahead and level up my illusion skill to get 2 perks known as Animage and Aspect of Terror. These perks was meant to give me a big damage boost with my spells, but of course because it's a rune so nothing really works, it didn't upgrade my damage, so I was still stuck on that 50 damage I was starting with, which kind of pissed me off since I used almost half an hour on that. But after my great illusion skill failure, I headed up to the old grey men, aka the Greybeards, to learn how to properly shout at my future children. But they also told me to fetch some weird horn for them in something called Sovngarde without any explanation whatsoever, which seems a bit sus. And just like we did to Ralof, I'm gonna stand right behind them where they can't see me and stab them a little bit in the back with my iron dagger. Until my sneak is level 100. And after getting my sneak to 100, I traveled to Morthal to go to Sovngarde. After arriving at Morthal, I met with 2 cultists who apparently tried to kill me because they thought I was some kind of fake Dragonborn and they supported someone named Mirak. I then just ran away because I didn't really care about what the cultists said. And then I headed towards Sovngarde. And inside of Sovngarde, once again, I snuck through almost everything without being spotted by anything because everybody's just completely blind. And since I have now level 100 sneak, nothing really interesting happened in Sovngarde. But when I made it to the room where the horn of Jürgen Windcaller was supposed to be, I found a little note that Delphine had sent me. And of course, she called herself my friend. Like, I still don't even know who you are, but you're definitely not my friend. But on the way out, I found out my body can somehow phase through solid walls and do all sorts of weird other things I can't even understand. And when I made it out of Sovngarde, I had to fight a necromancer with her little bandit squad, who was quite a pain in the ass, as you can see right here. I might be able to do this. Kill all of them in one. Nope, I can't. Of course I can't. Kill them in 2 then. Here, please. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. That's such a good feeling. Thank you, game. How? You bitch. You bitch. Why did you have to heal? Almost dead. Last one, please. No! No! Fuck you! You son of a bitch! Jesus. Okay. This might do it. Come on! That's so close. Can I just... Please? 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 Please don't heal. Oh my god, I hate this game! Oh god! Why? Why? Why do you have to be like this? I got it now. I'm gonna stand a chance. I'm going to destroy something soon. Hello. There we go. Oh god, finally. I hate that guy. Guy, that's not even a guy, that's a girl. I hate that girl. And after killing the necromancer, I headed back to Riverwood, where I was met with the cultists once again. This time they really started trying to kill me. Whoa! What the hell are you doing in here? Kill them. Murder them. Please. Please someone do something. Please someone do something. Please someone do something. Something. Please someone do something. Please. Please something do something. He just picks up his weapon. Just slowly takes his weapon from the rack. That is really funny. Can you kill the cultist for me, please? So I don't have to do anything. Ow! That's not even my rune. Who did that? This is the other one. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to have to slowly take his ropes. Just gotta take it. Thank you. But the guards just kinda took care of everything and killed the cultists. So now the cultists were laying dead. I started to speak with Delphine about her giving me the horn, and then she telling me something about a dragon that's getting resurrected and something about the dragons returning. I didn't really understand what she was talking about and how she knew these kind of things, but I just went with it. Then me and Delphine started heading out to Kynes Grove, where the dragon was supposed to be resurrected. Of course, to murder it. We then spotted the big grey dragon that destroyed Helgen, and it was talking to someone, and then suddenly it put the skin back on a dragon skeleton. Me and Delphine were so weirded out we just decided to start fighting the dragon. Now the dragon fight took a bit because I didn't really do anything, it was mostly just Delphine killing the dragon, and because we were so freaked out by that dragon, we decided to turn it back into bones. Delphine then said something about the Thalmor probably being involved with the resurrection of dragons, which seems kind of racist, but I still listened. And then she told me about a Thalmor party I had to infiltrate to find some valuable information. Because I also hate the Thalmor, I decided I wanted to accept. I went back to that stupid cat person who I used to beat up for money. I then stole an elven helmet which were enchanted with plus 50 magicka. And then I enchanted some jewelry to give me more magicka so I could cast even more runes. I then returned to the old grey men to learn the final word of the unrelenting force shout, but apparently they were also almost up to date with YouTube drama, so they started talking about Darman. I then headed to Solitude to give away all of my most valuable belongings to some elf I've never even seen in my entire life, and I just somehow trusted. I was then told where the party was located, and I took a carriage to the Thalmor embassy. Inside the party, I met with the same elf from before, who told me to sneak into the backside, which seemed kind of suspicious. But I then created a distraction to sneak into the back. We then headed into a kitchen where some Kashid was being a little bit troublesome, so he just casually exposed her secrets, And then we walked into another room where he had smuggled all my items in. He then told me I was on my own and that I had to go find the valuable information by myself. I then decided I did not want to ruin everyone's party, so I just snuck around all of the Thalmor and their guards because they were all just completely blind. I then entered the courtyard where was a little naked old man which were pretty cold, and then I again snuck past everybody while they were actually just staring at me, but they still didn't see me. I then got to some torture room where I saw a prisoner being tortured by 2 Thalmor. I decided I just wanted to kill the Thalmor, and then I accidentally killed the prisoner in the process, which wasn't really my fault, he was just getting in the way. And then all of a sudden some Thalmor came in with that elf from before and said they had exposed me for being a spy. I then just killed all of them because I was getting a little too powerful, but that was not my problem. I then safely escaped the party and I got out to Delphine with all my valuable information. We then read all the notes and found out that Delphine's old grandpa named Esbern was still alive. And then of course I had to go out and save Esbern because Delphine doesn't do shit. She just sits in Riverwood all day and it doesn't do anything. She just sits there and waits for me to do all her dirty work. That son of a bitch. It turns out that Esbern was in Riften, so of course I had to head there. When I got there, there was a dragon attacking the city, actually something I've never seen in the game before. A dragon attacking a major city, which was kind of cool.
I don't know you. You and Riften.
Wanna talk to me now? Okay. Kill him! I don't want to interfere because I'm just gonna kill someone. Oh my god, there's so many people! Let's go! That's holy shit! There's a billion of them! It's another dragon attack. There's a dragon right there! What are you talking about? What? You just said there was a... What? I guess there's a dragon attack in Curtis Grove, but not here. Yeah, I did. There's so many people. I want to blast them. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. God damn, there's so many people. Oh shit. But then when we killed the dragon, all the guards were talking about some other dragon attack. Like they didn't just kill a dragon. Why is everybody in Skyrim so goddamn stupid? I then had to speak to some guy named Brynjolf who could tell me where Esbern was located. He then told me I had to go steal a ring and put it in some other guy's pockets while he was doing a distraction with a new fake potion he has brewed. I just decided I didn't really want to do that, so I went to another city. And when I came back, of course I had failed the mission, but he still apparently told me what I needed to hear, which was a little weird, but I'll take it. I then went into the Red Ways as that guy Brynjolf had told me. Oh no, how do I kill these guys? I don't know if I can. This is a problem. Oh fuck. I killed these guys in the other challenge I did. Okay. Who's this guy? Low life? Why do you... Who are you? I don't even fighting! Who the hell are you? Why is it just some other guy just here? Oh, he's already dead, okay. And then I found him all the way in the sewers for some reason in his little hidey hole. And then I started the absolute worst quest of the game, getting Esbern out. That shit quest took so long and I died so many times to the same Thalmor wizard, and Esbern just decided to go in his little cave and just didn't really want to do anything. So I had to sit there with my petty runes and damage him slowly down because Esbern just decided he was too old to interfere. I then mostly escorted Esbern out of there, but there was a lot of Thalmor, so I just kinda left him in there thinking he was gonna be okay. When I then went back to Riverwood to speak with Delphine, she was a little mad at me for not bringing Esbern, and she just sent me right back. like there wasn't a couple thousand miles between the cities and he would probably die because it was like a 3-day long journey. He was just a little dumb once again. When I got back, I couldn't even find Esbern, so he just walked again by himself out of there. I didn't even need to help him. He was just waiting for me to be in there for him to walk out without my help whatsoever. What a dumb old man. After safely getting Esbern back to Riverwood, we started talking with Delphine about something called the Alduin's Wall. Now, the Alduin's Wall would somehow include a shout which could potentially help me kill Alduin, which is what the big grey powerful dragon that destroyed Helgen is called. And that thing called Alduin's Wall should be located in something called Skyhaven Temple. Now, the entrance to Skyhaven Temple was through a cave in something called Karthspire, which is just a huge place filled with forsworn and somehow also a dragon, and the cave was also filled with forsworn and a bunch of spiders. But I already knew how to solve most of the puzzles in there, so I just ran through most of it.
It's coming to life. You did it. After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Skyrim.
There's no telling what we might find inside.
And sure enough, inside of Skyhaven Temple was the Alduin's Wall. But then Esbern started talking about a bunch of random shit I didn't even care about, so I just started running into him like a madman to get him to stop speaking. But he did tell me one thing I needed to hear though, that on the wall there was someone killing Alduin, or at least crippling him, with some shout called Dragon Rend. But Esbern did not know how to learn the Dragon Rend shout, so I had to once again go back to the old grey men to learn once another shout. They then told me they also did not know the shout, so I had to go meet with their leader at the top of the mountain. Their leader was then a weird dragon that had a name that sounded way too much like Party Snacks, which is a weird name for a dragon. But then he told me that I had to go fetch some Elder Scroll to learn the Dragon Rend shout. And then after speaking to the dragon, you're supposed to go to some librarian and find out some book about the Elder Scroll. I just decided I didn't really want to do that, so I just headed to some weird guy's cave and he just took all of his belongings out of his pockets. I then went to a place called Ralbethar. I don't know how to say that. And then I just snuck through it because I didn't really want to fight anything. I then spotted a big dwarven dude, so I had to kill him, but he was really stupid, so he just kept walking into my runes. Then when I killed him, I just went into Blackreach, where I was supposed to find the Elder Scroll. And then I just spent way too long in there trying to find where I had to go, because I didn't know where it was, so I just walked around in circles. But then I found some tower called Tower of Mezark, I think. And then I just went in there and did some weird, confusing puzzle. And then it just gave me an Elder Scroll out of some cool crystal. I didn't really know what was happening, I was just really confused, but I got the Elder Scroll. I then returned to the top of the mountain where Pathornax was, and then I started reading the Elder Scroll. And then suddenly there came a lot of flashing lights, and for some reason my eyes got engraved with some weird symbols. And then suddenly some weird people appeared in front of me that was fighting a dragon. And then while they were fighting someone, I just slowly learned the Dragon Rend shout. But then Alduin appeared and he just started eating some of them, and then some old greybeard looking dude just pulled an Elder Scroll out of his ass. And then while being blasted by fire from Alduin, he just started reading it and then sent Alduin to the future or something? I wasn't really sure. And then after I was done using my eyeballs as an old TV, Alduin just suddenly appeared and then he just wanted to kill me. So I guess there was a boss fight starting now. For this battle against Alduin, my strategy was to wait for Alduin to fly in the air and then make him land on top of a rune with the dragon wrench out, to damage him approximately 1 or 2 pixels, including Pathornax's fire. So you can probably hear this took absolutely forever. And when he reached around half health, he just decided to not fly anymore. So I just had to make him walk into my runes, which was insanely hard because he just decided to stand still 90% of the time. And then after like an hour of fighting him, I finally defeated that son of a bitch. And then after finally defeating him, he just decided that he couldn't die there apparently, so he just flew away, which is very, very fair. And this was probably the most tedious and stressful thing I've done in this whole challenge, with the battle taking no less than a full hour of me just constantly fighting. And I think I died at least like 100 times, so it was just completely and utterly terrible. After that absolutely horrible experience, I decided to go back to Dragon's Reach, where I watched my old man Alfred's legs turn into literal spaghetti and his body turning into a worm and not working anything like the game had ever intended. Why did I slither around like that? Oh my god, that is beautiful. I can walk backwards now. You normally can't do that. I can just slide around the ground like this. Oh, what about this? Oh, around the, oh, it's fine. Then I snuck into the Jarl's bedroom and woke him up by saying I had to trap a dragon inside his house to find where Alduin flew away to, which he was surprisingly not too happy to hear, but I quickly changed his mind with Alfred's stunning beauty. And then we decided to hold a meeting where we could start a ceasefire between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks while Alduin was still alive. I then firstly went to Jarl Ulfric, where my body once again didn't make any sense whatsoever, and then I also convinced General Tullius to come to the meeting. And then just outside of General Tullius's castle thing, some arrogant little bitch of a guard started talking about the thing I just planned with the goddamn general, like I had dementia or something.
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar. And can you believe it? Both Ulfric Stormcloak and General Tullius have agreed to go.
Bro, I just talked with him about it. I just said he should go there. Who are you to speak? It's fuck you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Oh my god, I hate that guy. I hate this guy.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace
Shut
else.
the fuck up. You're blind on one eye. You're stupid. You're the one who's dumbass here, clearly. Later, we all then met in the old grey men's house to talk business. Then Jarl Ulfric and General Tullius started arguing like some little children in a kindergarten, but we all agreed in the end to not murder each other until Alduin was dead. And after just casually stopping an entire bloody war, just because of some rumor that Alduin the World Eater has returned, but half the people in Skyrim wouldn't even know if that is true, I headed back once again to Dragon's Reach to trap a dragon inside the Jarl's house. I then called for the dragon with using a new shout I learned, and the dragon just showed up and decided he wanted to fly through the entirety of Dragon's Reach's walls, which looked a bit funny. I then made him land and then tricked him to walk into the very not suspicious looking building, and then he got a giant log down over his neck. The dragon was then really stupid by making a terrible deal on his side, by saying if I freed him he would just fly me exactly to where Alduin went, which is a place known as Sovngarde. I then agreed to the deal and freed him, and he just took me on his back and flew away to Sovngarde.
Stinsalong.
When we landed, I found out that he scammed me and just didn't feel like flying over some old Nordic rune filled to the brim with the strongest goddamn drogs you will ever find, and like 10 dragons, just because he was a little lazy. I then ran up to the entrance with multiple dragons and drog on my ass, but when I went inside, they just completely forgot that I existed. I then proceeded to sneak through as much of the dungeon as I could, solving the puzzles on the way. I then sadly were spotted by some spiders with incredible vision, which then led every single spider and drog in the entire world to kill me, but I somehow managed to escape. But outside it was even worse, because I had to fight a dragon priest while a bunch of dragons and drog also decided they want to kill me. The battle was not too difficult, just because the dragon priest decided to lose half of its health in the start of the battle. At least I can hit him continuously, like I couldn't with Alduin, because he had to fly around. I can just put him beside him and it's gonna kill him someday. It's gonna die, hopefully. No, look at that, that's just annoying. Come over here then. Yeah, thank you actually. Come on. Come on, little guy. Oh wait, it worked actually. Let's put this here. Come on. Yeah, let's go! We got him, we got him, we got him. After brutally murdering him, I stole his staff and opened the portal to Sovngarde, while there were so many enemies trying to kill me at once that I didn't even know what was happening. But I then entered Sovngarde. Inside I was met with a beautiful red and blue sky and a whole ton of dense mist on the ground. While making my way through the dense mist, I met some lost warriors and offered to help guide them to the Hall of Valor, where all the great Nordic heroes feast and party in the afterlife. I then made it to a bridge made out of pure dragon bones, which led to the Hall of Valor, but there was a gatekeeper in the way who I had to fight to prove myself worthy. He was a pretty tough dude, but I managed to defeat him and entered the Hall of Valor. Inside I found the 3 Nords I saw in the Elder Scroll, and they offered to help me defeat Alduin. All 4 of us then ran outside to prepare for the final battle against Alduin. We then found out that the cause of the mist was just Alduin's smelly skin. While using the clear sky shout, it was revealed that Alduin's power was determined by the steam of his smelly skin.
Once more and his might will be broken.
Which was quite disgusting, and after just 3 shouts all of the mist was thankfully gone, and Alduin emerged from behind the mountains to start the final battle. It was finally time to finish my journey, but even though it was the last battle, the other 3 warriors did almost all the work because Alduin just didn't want to step in my runes. Let's get another hit on him. Come on, land on it. Yeah! I think I got another hit, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Most likely, I don't know now. Probably, maybe. But they're getting him. They're really destroying him. You're doing great, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, got another hit. Let's go. Get him, guys! Let's go! We almost killed him! Of course, because of me! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, Alduin! And the battle was over fairly quickly, completely opposite of our last fight.
Escape this time.
Oh.
No escape.
Oh. Pretty sure we got him, guys.
Time, foul worm.
Pretty sure he's dead. He's dead, guys.
No escape. No escape.
Ah, what the fuck? What? What did they shout me? Ow, you son of a bitch! What is wrong with you? We already killed him, guys. Chill. So there seems to be a little problem when you when these guys kill him without you killing him. He seems to not really want to die. I then finished Elwyn off with just one final rune.
Time, foul worm.
There you go, I got him! Yeah! Yeah, let's go! Let's go! I actually killed him with a rune! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Oh my god, he broke a giant rock over there too!
At last, and cleansed his Sovngarde of his evil snare.
Yeah! We did it! We beat goddamn Skyrim with runes! Yeah! Let's go! Boom! Everybody die! Time to die! Let's go! Yeah! Let's fight him! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh god! I'm ice! Why is he holding his axe like that? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. After 9 hours of using the absolute worst spell in the entirety of Skyrim, I have finally completed it. These videos take a very long time to make, so if you enjoyed the video, a like and a subscribe would help out a huge ton. But that answers the question: can you beat Skyrim using only runes?